talking about the 7 C's. And 7 C's are creation, corruption, catastrophe, which is going to be so fun to watch me stutter through that word many, many times. Confusion, Christ, cross, and consummation, which are there's a big word there at the end, but we're going to work it through with all of the kids. We're going to be just talking through what our VBS program normally does is we go from creation to the cross to after the cross. And that's what I love about it, is that it goes through the entire gospel and it tells different stories. So we're going to go through Adam and Eve, we're going to go through the fall, we're going to do the Tower of Babel, which I love because I'm going to start that session speaking in a different language, because how fun is that? And then after the Tower of Babel, we're going to work our way over to the cross and Jesus' birth, and then his death, and then his resurrection and what consummation means, and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to go in Genesis 1, Genesis 3, Genesis 6 through 9, Genesis 11, and then we're going to be focusing on John 1, verse 12, very consistently. And each day we're going to have a new Bible verse that the kids are going to be able to memorize. And I may or may not have already ordered a bunch of new fun treats for my prize box because it's getting a little low. But when they come in, we'll be able to let them tell me their memory verse or tell somebody their memory verse and then get a little prize for it because we love that. Okay, so creation, corruption, catastrophe, confusion, Christ, cross, and consummation. 7 C's. It's going to be fun. The 7 C's. And so now I have to explain the stage because we're going to be doing some building and some fun things that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to explain them. We're going to turn this drum set into a waterfall. I've been talking it through a little bit with Ro and then some other people. We're essentially going to get a tarp and turn it into a waterfall, and it's going to come down to the front. We have a old canoe in the garage over here, and so we're going to pull it out and we're going to put it on the stage because might as well use it, right? If we have it, use it. And then we have trees and bushes and you know those like glittery streamer things? I got a bunch of them. And then we're going to be making some rocks. And so if any of you are really artsy or creative and that kind of thing, just let me know. And if you want to come in sometime during the week or in the evening or on the weekends, just let me know because I would love some help making some rocks and some other fun little things for the set. But the main days that we're going to be doing set and decoration are June 28th and 29th. But if any of you want to come in before that, just let me know because I love some help with artsy things because I am not the best at building or that kind of thing. We're not really building much this year though. Okay, so June 28th and 29th, put them on your calendar. Those are the days that we're going to be doing some setup stuff in here. And then finally, July 7th, after second service, we are going to do our final setup for VBS, which is really just going to be setting up our Lamb's Church room downstairs for science and setting up our kids' church area for art. And then just making sure that there are any final details that we need up here set up, like blowing up balloons. This is some fun things that I'm going to interrupt my entire thing just to tell you because I'm very excited about it. So our kids groups this year, we have K1s, we have 2nd through 4th grade, and then we have 5th through 6th grade. We might split up the 4th graders depending on how many of them that there are. But if we split them up, that's cool, I'll let you know. But they're going to be split up into some fun little groups, and I'm going to tell you about them right now because I'm very excited about it. Our K1s are going to be zebras, and they're going to get little zebra backpacks. And I have balloons with all of the animal prints on them. So on the first day, and probably throughout the week, we're going to have balloons tied to their areas so then they know where they can sit. Our 2nd through 4th graders, tentatively all of the 4th graders, if not all of them, some of them, are going to be cheetahs. And then our 5th through 6th graders are going to be giraffes because they're tall. That was the entire reasoning, but I'm very excited about it. And we're going to have balloons for the areas, and then they're all going to get a backpack with their animal print on it. And then if I run out of backpacks, I have another print. Not exactly sure which one it is at this moment, but we have cheetahs, we have zebras, and we have giraffes. And then if we run out, we have more. Okay, so there'll be balloons in our areas, and I'll need help blowing those up because we have like a helium thing downstairs that I'll need some help blowing up some balloons, and then just setting up final things on July 7th. So we're going to meet after second service. It's not going to be long as a lot of people show up, and that'll be good and wonderful. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, we all vibing, we all thriving.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to do a summary of a VBS day, just so that you guys know what the schedule is. So the dates again are July 8th through the 12th. The event is from 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to have arrival time around 6:45 for the kids, and if you guys can get here anywhere between 6 and 6:30, that would be ideal.
Okay.
I want to have us all gather, have us pray together. Last year we didn't have enough time to do that, so I'm making it a little bit of an earlier arrival time. We're going to pray together, talk about the day. If there's any changes we need to make from the day prior, we'll do that. So anytime between 6 and 6:30, arrival 6:30 at the latest, please. Okay. We have a new check-in system downstairs, and I got it fixed, praise God, because it took a minute. But we're gonna move our check-in system upstairs for check-ins and sign-ins for the kids. So when the kids first come in, they're gonna be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, and we're here for VBS. And we have Miss Peta, who is fantastic, and she's gonna be running our sign-in and sign-out system. But essentially, they'll be like, okay, great, what's your name, or what's your number? And then you'll type it into the little system, and then the system will print them out a name tag, so they'll have a name tag, and they'll have their allergies on it, so if we have any allergies, that'll be also important to mention. And then the parents are going to get a little card that has a number on it that matches a number that is on the kid's name tag. In order to be picked up by that person, or by a person, they need to bring in that card with the number on it, or have a valid form of ID, because we're not going to let kids go home without a valid form of ID or the card, just because we want it to be as safe as possible. Even if we know the parents, we just want it to be as safe as possible. Okay? So, we're going to have 2 people at the check-in desk doing that, because I have 2 forms of doing so, and then after that, they'll just be able to scan, because they'll have an app to sign in. Okay, so sign-in and arrival is from 6:45 to 7:05.